Shannon Newth. There have been 4 new reported coronavirus cases since yesterday here in Montana. That brings the total number of confirmed cases to 437. More than half of those cases have recovered so far. The number of active hospitalizations has dropped to 14. In total, 12 coronavirus-related deaths have been reported. Cascade County continues to have 13 reported cases. Glacier has 4 cases, Pend Oreille has 2 confirmed cases, and Toole County has 29. Well, today, I Fly Big Sky did an honor flight over the town of Shelby in hard-hit Toole County. It was a way to honor the 5 people who have passed away there from complications of coronavirus. The pilot flew over Shelby and circled 5 times, 1 for each of the community members who've passed. I Fly Big Sky also posted on their Facebook page thanking the American Legion and the VFW in Shelby for placing flags out on the courthouse lawn while they did their flyover.
You know, it was a memorable moment for Toole County. It really granted us some time to unite underneath the blue skies, to remember those who we lost, hope for those who are still fighting, and also to express gratitude for those who've recovered.
Now you can find more information about the flyover, including more photos and videos at KRTV.com. We shift our focus now to the economy. Oil industry leaders say the dramatic drop in crude oil prices over the last few days and weeks is already having an impact on producers here in Montana. Montana Petroleum Association Executive Director Alan Olson says the current price downturn is the worst he has seen in decades. In north central Montana, crude oil prices have fallen from $54 a barrel to $14 a barrel. Olson said they have already heard from several companies in that state in the state that have had to shut in wells and lay off workers. The drop in price comes as travel and demand for fuel have fallen substantially. That means there's no longer enough space to store all the oil that was being produced. Olson said it will take some time to see the full effect on Montana producers.
We're not going to quit pumping oil. I mean, that's just not going to happen. There again, that's economics. People have obligations that they need to pay. But you can definitely expect oil production to drop precipitously over the next few months.
Olson said a major drop in production will mean a large hit to the state budget, from production taxes to royalties on state mineral leases and income taxes on companies and workers. The coronavirus pandemic has impacted a laundry list of industries, but perhaps one of the hardest hit has been tourism. As MTN's Matt Holdsaffel reports, the ripple effects on demand on decreased tourism can be felt all across the state.
In 2019, we saw about $184 million spent in our local economy by non-resident visitors, with them not traveling into the Great Falls market. Based on our current projections of what the next quarter would look like, just April through June, we're looking to lose about $44 million of that spending just in the Great Falls market.
People aren't traveling nearly as much during the coronavirus pandemic. That's hurting the tourism industry in Montana and the state's local businesses.
Last year we had just over 1 million people that weren't residents in our community spending that money. And when we look at $44 million lost, that's money that isn't being spent at fuel stations or restaurants, bars or microbreweries.
That, plus the decline in money being spent by residents, leaves a bleak outlook for the next few months. But Rebecca says there are a few reasons to be optimistic.
We're cautiously optimistic. We are projecting a little bit slower of a regain in some of that recovery, but you know, a lot of the information indicates that, you know, people aren't not traveling because they don't have the money. They aren't traveling because it's not safe. And so hopefully once it is safe, people can resume some of those travel habits.
Great Falls, Montana tourism is already looking ahead to 2021 as they work to reschedule some of the postponed events from this year in the hopes that the industry will rebound in a big way. In Great Falls, Matt Holdsaffel, MTN News.
And you can read more about how Great Falls, Montana tourism is still helping people plan their future trips on our website. The Montana Department of Labor and Industry is confirming that people who apply for unemployment insurance during the COVID-19 emergency do not need to show they're searching for work. Some Montanans reported they recently received a letter from the department saying they were no longer job attached and that they needed to apply for work each week to continue receiving benefits. A department spokesperson said emergency rules have removed the work search requirement for anyone who filed an unemployment claim due to COVID-19 and temporarily waived it for other claims. They said the letters are no longer applicable because of these emergencies, rule changes, and that it will not hold up payments if people are otherwise eligible. Labor and Industry reported making more than $62 million in unemployment insurance payments last month. Montana's senators are optimistic about how the state will rebound from the coronavirus shutdown, but they're also saying it will take a phased approach geared to the different circumstances. MTN's Dennis Bragg has more.
Senators John Tester and Steve Daines have had some differing viewpoints over how we're dealing with the pandemic. Tester has been more critical of the rollout of stimulus funds and assistance, while Daines is more praiseworthy of the efforts to help individuals and business. And while they each have their own perspective on how the country should reopen after this long shutdown, both are expressing confidence that Montana's community support and ingenuity will help us in the recovery.
We just need some common sense. We prepared for the worst, but thankfully, looks like the worst isn't happening. And so now it's time to think about a phased approach. We can safely reopen this economy and get people back to work.
And that phasing is really the key to this whole thing, isn't it? That's what you have to look at. You have to address, not unlike the rest of the country. Not every county or every jurisdiction is going to maybe have the same solutions.
We very much need to have individual state-based and even county-based solutions. What's going on in New York, that's a very different scenario than what's happening here in Montana. And even within Montana, we have differences between counties.
I really do honestly believe that things could return to normal really quickly if we get tests, and hopefully a vaccine will come shortly thereafter. And really, that's really what we need to focus on in a big way. I can tell you, there's a lot of businesses out there that are saying, what are we doing? I'm closed. I shouldn't be closed. This isn't that big a deal. All I would say is just take a look around and listen to the folks that are in the fields of science. And I will tell you that we've got to take this seriously. If we don't, it will become a massive, big problem.
In Missoula, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.
Well, today may have been a bit on the breezy side, but it was also so sunny and warm. Brandon Michaels joins us now. Brandon, got pretty close to 70 degrees today.
Yeah, actually had a couple spots across the area that broke that 70-degree mark. We got very close here in Great Falls, and if it wasn't for the wind, it'd be nearly a perfect day because that's a pretty nice sight on the U.S. Bank iCam there. Beautiful blue skies, one or two clouds, but it's been fantastic. 69 degrees right now, so as close as we can get to 70 without breaking that 70-degree mark. Windy, though, 24-mile-per-hour breeze out of the west, but it's been a very nice day today. And if this nice weather has you feeling like you don't want to cook, well, good news, it is Takeout Tuesday, and it's going to be beautiful through the evening. You can probably walk and get some food if you live close enough, because look at those evening temperatures. Even by 8 p.m., as the sun's getting a little bit lower on the horizon, we're at 57 degrees, so really nice temperatures there. It's going to stay pretty nice pretty much all night long. We're looking at clear skies, overnight low 40 degrees. Those clear skies are going to be nice if you're hoping to catch a couple shooting stars tonight. And it's not just today that was nice. We're looking at very mild temperatures through the forecast here, mid-50s to mid-60s with some spring showers along the way. We're going to talk a little bit more about those showers coming up later.
All right. Thanks so much, Brandon. And up next, looking ahead, a new Great Falls restaurant is hoping to launch their business soon. We'll tell you more about them next.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 5:30 news continues on KRTV, Montana's news leader.
Welcome back. As COVID-19 related closures continue to impact wage earners, several individuals and businesses have stepped up to raise funds. MTN's Tom Wiley tells us what one Shoto artist did with some extra time to paint and a desire to help.
It started as a small idea for Shoto's Leslie Kessler.
I knew after the pandemic started that food pantries could be facing some problems, so I decided to take a few paintings and put them on Facebook and tell anybody that wanted them that they could buy it for $50 and I would donate it to the pantry of their choice.
But the idea caught on.
Within minutes, they sold. So I put a few more up, and the same thing happened. And then right after that, I started getting some artists calling and saying, hey, that's a cool idea. Maybe, I'd like to do something like that too.
From there, Kessler and a few fellow artists created a Facebook page called Painting for the Pantry, where they could sell original pieces of artwork for $50, with the proceeds going to the food bank or pantry of their choice. And from there, it grew even bigger.
That was like 2 weeks ago. And right now, we have 30 artists, and we've made $7,500. And then it's gone to food pantries all over the state. We have artists from Ennis, Red Lodge, Sheridan, Wyoming, Billings, quite a few around the Choteau, Fairfield, Great Falls area.
The artists range from seasoned professionals to weekend hobbyists, but they've all gotten behind the cause, and buyers have as well.
We just have sat back amazed. I actually have to spit on this computer throughout the day because we'll post a painting and within minutes it's sold. I think people are looking for ways to help out during this pandemic. This way they can give $50. It goes to the pantry of their choice, and they also get an original piece of art with it.
Tom Wiley, MTN News.
There are currently a lot more buyers than there are available paintings, so Kessler said they'd welcome any artist who would like to take up the cause to help reach the goal of raising $10,000. For more information, visit Painting for the Pantry on Facebook. Well, we know the COVID-19 pandemic is changing our community, how we interact, and how we do business. To keep you and your family informed as we move forward, we're beginning a new series of reports that are called The Rebound Montana. Today, we found a new restaurant in Great Falls hoping to open in June in spite of all this chaos. Firehouse Steamers is a hot dog joint with deluxe hot dog options and desserts. It's located on 10th Avenue South across the street from Big Lots. The owner, Dean Grundy, says that the inspiration for this place comes from a family tradition of being at the firehouse.
As a child, I enjoyed being in the firehouse. As an adult, it just got better when my family visited me there. That's kind of the vision I have for this place, is when people come here, they'll enjoy it.
And you can check them out on Facebook and Instagram. They should be revealing new items on the menu as it gets closer to opening. And we focus on the rebound. We'll be focusing on 4 broad areas: getting back to work, making ends meet, managing the pressure, and doing what's right. KW Beef in Sunburst decided last fall they wanted to rebrand themselves to show what their company is all about. Now operating under the name Happy Steer Ranch, they want to let their customers know that they treat their animals with respect. They've also added some more options for customers on how they can purchase beef as whole, half, or cuts of beef, like steak, roasts, or burgers. Employees wanted to find a new logo to match their new style, but were not having any luck. So they decided to create a competition through Facebook. They hope with so many people at home right now due to the stay-at-home order that they might end up finding someone who can capture what they want to strive for as a company.
And we know a lot of people are stuck at home right now and are probably bored and looking for something to do. So we thought, hey, we'll open it up to the community and see what they can show us.
And the deadline to submit is April 30th at 5:00 p.m. The winner receives a $100 gift card for Happy Steer Ranch. To find out how to submit your idea, head to our website.
We're tracking some nice clear skies tonight and even some sunshine for tomorrow. We'll have the forecast up next.
Now, here's your Stormtracker weather forecast with meteorologist Brandon Michaels.
Well, for the most part, it was beautiful weather day today, but we do have a couple of hazards we are tracking. An aerial flood watch for Hill and Blaine County. Essentially there, we're looking at the potential for this warmer weather to melt quite a bit of snow and cause some snowmelt flooding there. And then off to the east, parts of the area are actually under a red flag warning today, a fire weather warning. Got some higher fire danger for parts of Valley County, Roosevelt, Daniels, and Sheridan County, as well as some areas off to the south that are a little bit out of our area. But in general, not an ideal day today as far as those are concerned. And a lot of that was driven by the winds, or at least the red flag warning was. 31 mile per hour wind gusts today in Glendive, 37 in Glasgow, 38 in Great Falls. Look up toward Cutbank. They hit 52 miles per hour earlier in the day today, so it was definitely a windy day. but the temperatures, they almost make up for that. 69 right now here in Great Falls, 65 in Cutbank, Lewistown at 67. And look off to the east, temperatures well into the 70s. It is 75 degrees right now in Glasgow. Beautiful over in northeast Montana. Lots of sunshine to go along with that. We've had a couple of clouds develop into the afternoon hours, but in general, not a lot going on across the state, and we really don't expect too much to go on through the evening hours, so that's good news. We mentioned this yesterday. We do have one of our first meteor showers of the year, the Lyrid meteor shower. It's kind of a minor shower. It's not the most impressive, but still, with nice conditions through the night tonight, if you look off to the northeast, you might be able to catch a shooting star or two, so probably worth getting a little bit of fresh air. Let's talk about the overnight lows here in a moment, but first, we do have some clouds that are eventually going to be heading our way. We're looking at this big area of moisture. That's a green area right there. Lots of Pacific moisture. It's well away from us right now, but you can see it's drifting east, and it is slowly going to make it over into the state of Montana. So we'll time that out right here. Again, through the night tonight, not worried about much. Mostly clear skies are expected. Even into tomorrow, we're going to start the day off with a lot of sunshine across the area, and through about noon, we're still pretty sunny, but you do notice along the Rocky Mountain front, we've got some building clouds and plenty of moisture off to the west. So through the afternoon hours from west to east, we're going to see those clouds increasing. Already some showers along and west of the divide, and we start to get into those showers by Wednesday evening. And they're going to last into the day on Thursday, too. So even a couple rumbles of thunder are going to be possible with these spotty showers that are moving across the area. Now, as far as the temperatures, those are still remaining pretty nice, despite the chance of rain in the forecast. Mild tonight, 47 in Malta and Harlem, 43 in Fort Benton, 40 degrees in Great Falls, 44 for the overnight low in Glasgow. Through the day tomorrow, another nice increase in our temperatures, but we do see things kind of plane off a little bit as we head into the afternoon, and we start to get those clouds rolling in. Highs tomorrow, 67 in Fort Benton, 62 in Lewistown, 62 in Geyser, and we will get a little bit more sunshine for a little bit longer off to the east, so places like Jordan could still break 70 degrees. For tomorrow, winds still pretty breezy. We're looking at 10 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts, and I think at times those gusts are going to be as high as about 30 miles per hour. So still pretty windy for our Wednesday, but the winds do die down a little bit for us on Thursday. We'll break this down here. Again, lots of sunshine to start the day off tomorrow, but by the afternoon, the clouds are increasing. More clouds through the day Thursday, a couple showers here and there, even a couple rumbles of thunder, a little bit cooler with the clouds and the showers, 56. Kind of the same story on Friday, but I do think we'll have a little better chance of rain on Thursday compared to Friday, and then we're cleared out by Saturday, 67 degrees. Beautiful day there, and our temperatures are staying really, really nice. We're looking at highs in the 60s pretty much all through the forecast with the exception of tomorrow, and a good amount of sunshine by Monday and Tuesday as well. Shannon?
All right, thanks, Brandon. Still to come, put on your purple. The community celebrates our military families from a distance.
Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 530 News continues on KRTV, Montana's news leader.
Welcome back. Fast Signs in Great Falls started making yard signs to highlight the seniors in north central Montana who are graduating this year. Part owner Casey Bannock says they're locally owned and operated by her and her husband and their dog Hercules. And with schools still being held virtually and the fate of the school year up in the air for many students, they wanted to provide something that to the community to help the seniors be recognized. There's been a push on social media for anyone who wants to sponsor a senior. Casey says the goal is to have any senior that wants a sign to be able to get one.
Sponsor a senior basically and get them a sign so everyone's got a sign in their yard and we can celebrate our seniors for the year 2020 this year.
And if you want to talk to them about sponsoring a senior that you know or finding someone in need of a sign, you can head to our website. Well, Purple Up Week is a nationwide celebration that honors military students and families. Loy Elementary School usually takes the month of April to celebrate their students, with 96% of them being from military families. Since students have been out of school, they've had to cancel other events they would normally do every year. But Loy Elementary School Principal Kim Ray says that hasn't stopped them from celebrating. Loy teachers and staff created a slideshow for their students to say thank you and show off their purple. Faculty will also be tying a purple ribbon on the fence of this school to honor students and families.
You know, honestly, it's just it's different because they aren't here, but everybody misses their students. You talk to any principal and it's so different in the building.
The Great Falls community is encouraged to join in as well to recognize our military families and community. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Welcome back. After a nice day, we're looking at a pretty nice evening as well. The winds are going to be gradually dying down, but the temperature is staying pretty comfortable. We're still in the 50s as late as 10 p.m.
Well, finally, Montanans are finding a lot of creative ways to pass the time during social distancing. But Columbia Falls High School senior Jack Price is taking his quest to fight boredom to some extreme levels. The Glacier Twins baseball player spent over 8 hours creating a Rube Goldberg machine in his house, sending a ball out of his bedroom, through the hallways and his kitchen, and down the stairs into a solo cup. As you can imagine, it took countless tries to get the shot to fall, but Price said it was worth the wait.
I'm a fisherman at heart. I'm very patient. Pretty much every time, once I finally got the backward shot to go in, it took 20, 30 seconds for it to finally get down to the stairs, and sometimes it wouldn't even get there. The moment it went in, like, I was in disbelief.
Pretty crazy that they got that all to work. Talent and luck, I think, a mixture there.
Definitely a mixture.
Yeah, he says his next quest now is to build a machine on their neighbor's 3-story house.
Wow,
so
that'd be
we look
impressive.
forward to that video. We'll see you later.